अच्छेद्योऽयमदाह्योऽयम् अक्लेद्यो शोष्य एव च नित्यः सर्वगतः स्थाणुः अचलोऽयं सनातनः. Now, supporting the same concept, Bhagavan is continuing. This self cannot be cut, nor burnt, nor wetted, nor dried up. Why? Because it is Nitya, eternal, Sarvagatah, all-pervading, Sthanu, stable, Achala, immovable, and Sanatana, constant, ancient. But this is exactly what he has explained in earlier shlokas, 2 or 3. Again, he is repeating the same. Why did he repeat this? Because first time when we hear this, we are still identifying very strongly with the changing in us. So, it takes a little while. Then we have to support it again with comparing Nitya, Sarvagataha, Sthanuhu, Achala, Sanatana, these 5 very important attributes of changeless with our experience. Because our experience cannot be of the changeless. Why? Because experience does not indicate eternity. It indicates termination. Experience gets terminated. It has birth and it also has death, our experience. So it cannot give us the idea of eternity. Our conditioning is such that we cannot imagine the all-pervasiveness because we are very limitedly pervasive. The body pervades very limited area and the mind maybe little more than the body, but that also gets restricted due to our various conditionings of likes and dislikes, pairs of opposites. Then our intellect also gets extremely conditioned due to our ego. So where is the idea of pervasiveness? So therefore deconditioning is required. Until and unless I am ready to decondition myself, the eternity and pervasiveness of self will be merely words for me. Maybe not even words. They will be abstract for me. To make it a reality, I will have to decondition myself. But unfortunately, in spite of reading the scriptures, we further condition ourselves only. Because of I-ness and my-ness. So therefore, Bhagavan has to repeat it. Sthanu, stability has to be there. Nothing is stable in the world. Why? Because the world is subject to change. But the observer of the changes has to be stable. If I, the observer, also keeps changing with the changing world, then I will not find stability. If I am not stable and steady in my sadhana, how can I become the observer of the changing world, remaining as a witness? I will definitely get carried away in the change. Sadhana makes me steady. Sadhana has to make me steady. If it is not making me steady, then I have to rethink about reorienting myself in the sadhana. Maybe I am missing out on some practices. But we become very steady. You know when? When we become stubborn. Then we become changeless. Obstinate person appears to be very steady. extremely egoistic person is extremely conditioned by his own ego, which is not ready to change for any reason, is not meant over here as being changeless. That is a life of inertia which cannot be appreciated. So, the steadiness has to be in our perseverance of principles, not in the paraphernalia that we have created. That is subject to change. So such people suffer very badly, who are unable to segregate themselves from the changing world. They have become steady in their objective world, which becomes a problem for them. Sthanu achaloyam sanatana. It is achala, immovable. Not the physical body, but the self, which is ancient. Constant and ancient, sanatana. Therefore, this dharma is called as Sanatana Dharma, which deals with that Sanatana, which is the self. There is no other reason, right? Whichever practices can lead me to my changeless eternal self, those practices, when framed and disciplined together, in a formulated manner, is called as Sanatana Dharma. So if I practice those instructions properly and diligently, it will lead me to my changeless self. All these practices compiled in Sanatana Dharma.